Elon Musk is a visionary entrepreneur and CEO of companies like Tesla and SpaceX. Known for revolutionizing electric cars and space travel, he's one of the most influential and innovative minds of the 21st century. If something is important enough, even if the odds are against you, you should still do it. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. No, I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. Don't be afraid of new arenas. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people look forward to coming to work in the morning and enjoy working. You have to be pretty driven to make it happen. Otherwise, you will just make yourself miserable. Pay attention to negative feedback and solicit it, particularly from friends. Hardly anyone does that, and it's incredibly helpful. Life is too short for long-term grudges. Any product that needs a manual to work is broken. The first step is to establish that something is possible. Then probability will occur. Great companies are built on great products. I think it would be great to be born on Earth and to die on Mars. Just hopefully not at the point of impact. For my part, I will never give up, and I mean never. Being an entrepreneur is like eating glass and staring into the abyss of death. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I don't create companies for the sake of creating companies, but to get things done. My motivation for all my companies has been to be involved in something that I thought would have a significant impact on the world. When I started SpaceX, I thought that the most likely outcome was failure. And I think to have any other expectation would have been irrational. The odds of me coming into the rocket business, not knowing anything about rockets, not having ever built anything, I would have to be insane if I thought the odds were in my favor. Starting and growing a business is as much about the innovation, drive, and determination of the people who do it as it is about the product they sell. If you go back a few hundred years, what we take for granted today would seem like magic. Being able to talk to people over long distances, to transmit images, flying, accessing vast amounts of data, like an oracle. These are all things that would have been considered magic a few hundred years ago. Engineering is the closest thing to magic that exists in the world. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. We're running the most dangerous experiment in history right now, which is to see how much carbon dioxide the atmosphere can handle before there is an environmental catastrophe. The idea of lying on a beach as my main thing just sounds like the worst. It sounds horrible to me. I would go bonkers. I would have to be on serious drugs. I'd be super duper bored. I like high intensity. If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. Many things are improbable. Only a few are impossible. It is remarkable how many things you can explode. I'm lucky I have all my fingers. If humanity doesn't land on Mars in my lifetime, I would be very disappointed. Brand is just a perception, and perception will match reality over time. Sometimes it will be ahead, other times it will be behind. But brand is simply a collective impression some have about a product. I do think there is a lot of potential if you have a compelling product and people are willing to pay a premium for that. I think that is what Apple has shown. You could buy a much cheaper cell phone or a laptop, but Apple's product is so much better than the alternative, and people are willing to pay that premium. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change if the alternative is disaster. I don't think it's a good idea to plan to sell a company. Land on Mars, a round-trip ticket, $500,000. It can be done. My mentality is that of a samurai. I would rather commit seppuku than fail. I think most of the important stuff on the internet has been built. There will be continued innovation, for sure, but the great problems of the internet have essentially been solved. I've actually made a prediction that within 30 years, a majority of new cars made in the United States will be electric. And I don't mean hybrid, I mean fully electric. That's my lesson for taking a vacation. Vacation will kill you. What I'm trying to do is to maximize the probability of the future being better. I think there are too many smart people pursuing internet stuff, finance, and law. That is part of the reason why we haven't seen as much innovation. When I was in college, I wanted to be involved in things that would change the world. I've actually not read any books on time management. Nobody ever changed the world on 40 hours a week. Going from PayPal, I thought, well, what are some of the other problems that are likely to most affect the future of humanity? Not from the perspective, what's the best way to make money? I don't spend my time pontificating about high-concept things. I spend my time solving engineering and manufacturing problems. Talent is extremely important. It's like a sports team. The team that has the best individual player will often win, but then there's a multiplier from how those players work together and the strategy they employ. We need to figure out how to have the things we love and not destroy the world. I think the high-tech industry is used to developing new things very quickly. It's the Silicon Valley way of doing business. You either move very quickly and you work hard to improve your product technology, or you get destroyed by some other company. Physics is really figuring out how to discover new things that are counterintuitive, like quantum mechanics. It's really counterintuitive. I wouldn't say I have a lack of fear. In fact, I like my fear emotion to be less because it's very distracting and fries my nervous system. I want to make rockets 100 times, if not 1,000 times better. The ultimate objective is to make humanity a multi-planet species. 30 years from now, there'll be a base on the moon and on Mars, and people will be going back and forth on SpaceX rockets. When we got Tesla going at the very beginning, if you asked me what I thought the odds of success were, I would have said less than 50%. I would have said that failure is the most likely outcome. I'm a Silicon Valley guy. I just think people from Silicon Valley can do anything. To make an embarrassing admission, I like video games. That's what got me into software engineering when I was a kid. I wanted to make money so I could buy a better computer to play better video games. Nothing like saving the world. If you think back to the beginning of cell phones, laptops, or really any new technology, it's always expensive. Every mode of transport that we use, whether it's planes, trains, automobiles, bikes, horses, is reusable, but not rockets. So we must solve this problem in order to become a spacefaring civilization. I was born in Africa. I came to California because it's really where new technologies can be brought to fruition, and I don't see a viable competitor. Elon Musk's quotes reflect his fearless ambition, relentless work ethic, and belief in pushing the limits of innovation. He often emphasizes the importance of taking risks, stating that great achievements require stepping outside one's comfort zone. His words inspire resilience, as seen in his belief that persistence in the face of failure is essential to success. Musk frequently speaks about long-term thinking, urging people to focus on creating a better future for humanity, whether through sustainable energy, space exploration, or advanced technology. Many of his quotes challenge conventional thinking, encouraging individuals to embrace creativity, solve big problems, and ignore the doubts of skeptics. His famous advice: when something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor, captures his determination to pursue bold visions despite uncertainty. Thank you for watching till the end. If you like this video, please give it a thumb up and subscribe to this channel.